So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another beast that people tend to suffer, and this comes with the series of that channel that we're gonna develop all the main or the major type of bees that people suffer, that obviously makes him being more irrational, which so makes people having more type of adversity in their life. And then we're gonna talk and explain why the bees is important, what are the people that are most prone to suffer with, and obviously, and the thing that's even more important is how people can fight these diseases that people have so a tendency to suffer. In that video, we're gonna develop the anchoring bees. That's one of the most common bees as well. And first of all, so what is the definition of these bees? Anchoring bees is the cognitive error where individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information they receive, that is, so they call the answer, when making subsequent type of judgments or decisions. And it's something that it's people probably they will not see or cannot see the way that it impacts their life, but it's something that's really easy to demonstrate. And then so comes with another concept that is the reference level. That's the thing that I like to talk in the video. So example, if someone is gonna if someone is poor, someone that is born poor in a family that's poor, and that someone was obviously accused during their childhood with not that what you can call as luxury things, having Ferrari, having a Bugatti, so they don't have the access to that type of luxury type of tasks, behaviors, or items, and so probably what we see, and normally this happens with a lot of singers, a lot of people of sports that have been poor but they had talent and so have emerged for the elite of the society. Then they kind of had so low in the initial phases of their process on their life, then when they really reach for their success fam, they kind of make a what you can call as it even can be like the paradox of luxury. That is, when people kind of get access to the fame, they kind of will not see so now uh, like a high type of motivation to act, to make their sports, to make their actions, because what they have always dreamed about is that their type of decision to achieve success, fame, was always to meet their needs that they had without poverty. But now that they are not in poverty, they kind of don't have not a much higher motivation, because their motivation was to get in higher ladder in society. But now that they have in that type of ladder that they have dreamed, they not don't have enough something to seek, and sometimes they even fall in bad things. There are obviously the drugs and the type of addictions that kind of get so breaks you in your life. And so this like a tendency, because they were insured with so poor type of conditions, that the way that they make actions in judgment in another context, it's still influenced by the way that they have been present from the world, and even it was in a zone that is normally in childhood, that the brain is more sensitive for what it absorbs, and is something that gonna impact the way that people act in their life. And it's simple, that's something that happens with traumas that people suffer in their childhood was gonna be something that in the future as well gonna impact the way they do decisions, the way that they do towards, for example, if the people have suffered the trauma with people of other gender, the way that they're going to act with that same gender when they're so a bit more older. It's something that's impact, but though what they have been exposed in the past and what they've been suffered, and what is this now that it's really understand what's the point. It's something that people suffer. People suffer with things that they've started initially were absorbed with, they're consumed, and this is something that influences the way they act in the future. And this is not just applied in conditions when we talk about the socially talking. For example, it impacts in negotiations, in contexts like salary discussions or buying a car. The initial offer can set expectation for what follows, regardless of the item's intrinsic value. That's something that's true. If we got so accustomed with always driving a Ferrari, my perception of the Bugatti is different than someone that has not drive any type of car at all because was poor, and now then is gonna drive a Bugatti. The the pleasure that I feel in comparison with other one that's habituated with a Ferrari, it's different. It's too much different. I feel so much more pleasure. My perception, judgment about the action is different because I was different. I've been short with different things than other one, and this can applied or everything can be applied in decisions, can be applied in social contexts, interactions that I have with other genders, with other people. So what is the point is that nobody is kind of have the sense of having a likelihood to suffer with this base. That's something that's good. And that's something that's good. In the reality is that with doesn't exist discrimination, nobody can say that you suffer with this and I don't suffer. But now that I've explained that you suffer, you in certain way, if I put in abstract is you the way that you act today probably is do you act today in a certain way based in things that have happened to you or that you have exposed in the past. It's basic is that is what he says. It probably if you so make your work your homework and rationalizing your life you're gonna look it. But now what's the problem of this is that neither sometimes the way that what you have interacted should be so deterministic from the way that I act today. Probably people they not should and they feel that they have to be bad for the people just because past they have deals and have been present in a group of friends that they have treated him well. Probably it's not justifies why I have to be as well bad for the friends that I have in the future just because I have been treated bad in the past. It's an example for why we have to take care. I give an example, not treating the other well, not treating the other ones good just because I've not treated as well good in the past. Basically, is that. And now, what do you have to work on? What is so my way to deal with this biz is understanding that you have to fight so the impact that the past has on you. This requires what? Requires rationalize. It's simple. If you want to fight the beast, you have to be more rational. You have to rationalize more. And so, if you have to do this work, what do you have to do? You have to act in trying to feel motivated to not being irrational. And then, in examples of the ensuring bees, always having and seeing if your reference level is fair. Example. Now I'm going to give an example. I'm going to still put away that I will treat and I will not so try to fight the ensuring bees to so get a healthy life. In a relationship, I've got in an abusive relationship with a girlfriend, and I'm now so I braked, and I'm going for the new one. What is my or I can suffer ensuring bees? By I'm being so bad habituated with so people that treat so bad, I'm kind of now going to enter in a new relationship just because the people, even if it commits bad things that I don't like, but just because it's just slightly better than the past one, I already feel as good. What I'm suffering with ensuring bees. Because I've been present for a bad thing, not just because it's slightly better, I can grab soul to the people, just because it's slightly better. How I will fight it? Rationalize. Now that I have the knowledge, and I'm getting so give you a tool just by describing these bees in your life, it already helps you to rationalize because you already so understand that bees exist and you have to fight him. Ooh, I have seen the video in the channel of Thinking Better, and it talks about ensure bees. I'm suffering the ensure bees. Well, yes, the way that my past boyfriend treated me is influencing so my perception of the people. Well, I'm treating him as enough to get married or getting just a relationship with him. But in reality is that is really good or is just good in comparison with the past. And then so rationalize, well, how I can do this work? I have to compare with other people's, what other people's do, what's in our relationship? Well, seems they have kind of treat well each other, they don't do bad. Ooh, these people, this guy that I'm trying to enter in a relationship, he doesn't do it, he treats me bad. Just because he's better than my past, I'm assuming and I'm already getting satisfied, but the reality is that what are my levels of satisfaction? They should be higher. I'm committing the hero in doing a bad way to do a perception that I'm not being rationalized. I'm not rationalizing about the way that I see him because I'm comparing about what is bad, where I should compare at least what is an average boyfriend that seems like that is treating well a girlfriend, is taking care of me, helping me when I need, and so what I have to work on now is the actions, and how it is introducing reactions is so don't fall in it and doesn't so fall in the temptation of just because it's something that's bad is better than what it was the past, I have to get so grab. No, so I have to probably increase my reference level. So having access to new information for what's normal, and so probably is having more contact with people that have boyfriends and girlfriends and see how they treat to so make me have and increasing my perception level of what is something that I really should and deserve receive, because as a normal person, as a good person I consider myself, I should so put me in a position that I should require this. So simple perception, what I've done, just rationalize. So what is like the Pareto that you're gonna see that hold the beasts to fight them? What you're gonna do? You need to rationalize. And rationalize is something that you have to work, is a skill that you need to develop, and I have developed in the videos in this channel ways that you can so make you be someone more that is rationalize more. So I expect these videos helps you, and see you in the next one.